Perhaps through speaking with him, we might discern some means of loosening Hugo's tongue.
Okay. So, I see what I was doing wrong. I had to go and take care of
This
that.
might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then.
I had to take care of that mission in that camp. I didn't record that mission because I was kind of getting fed up with doing things over and over and out of this game. Not really a fan. I mean, I'm just playing it to get through it because it was, paid for. But I believe this game is severely overhyped.
Akbatal is not a friendly place for pawns. Each gaze we encounter...
It seems we must part ways for the time being.
We'll see if you can escape me a second time.
Who are you supposed to be then, eh? Wait, you're one of the ones that came crawling into our hideout. Ain't funny really. But seeing you's reminded me of that bleeding runt's face. I'm talking about Hugo, of course. Didn't you hear him sobbing as we left? Lanzo, why? Boo-hoo! Bet he's still crying over it, eh? Like a babe without its mum. Of course, Lanzo's already forgotten about the poor sod. Was right glad to be rid of him, truth be told.
That blackguard. Oh, it tells me there's more to his tale. Not sure I can stomach it, mind.
Hugo's been following Lanzo around ever since he was a kid. Wouldn't quit it neither, even when it got him a beating. Still, there's a use for whelps like him. Guards aren't like to throw a brat in jail for pocketing a few trinkets, eh? They can earn their own living that way. When one shop starts getting suspicious, they just move on to another. Easy pickings for a kid. And having a few whelps along makes setting up in a new town a trice. The guards don't suspect a thing. But Hugo had gotten too big for that, see? We'd run out of uses for him. Well, save throwing him to the dogs, so as we could make our escape. Hard to believe the lad never figured out we was using him. Real loggerhead, that one. Did he ever tell you his story? About how his parents were killed by brigands or some such? Couldn't be more obvious who that was, eh? Ah, his mum was a comely lass. Don't remember a thing about his da. We roughed them up, had a bit of fun. Emptied their purses and the like. Lanzo slit their throats himself. It was hard not to laugh, watching daft little Hugo grow up, hanging off Lanzo's bootstraps and never questioning a damn thing. We've a new hideout now, over on the ancient battleground.
That's when I had to go and finally get this thing working, because I don't know. I gotta see how I cut it, so depending on how I decide to cut it, there's gonna be some things you're not gonna see. But at the end of the day, this was a mission I kept doing over and over and over, trying to get it right. Going from rest in save and last check save and doing it over and over. Then I finally went and actually figured out how to get it. I went to the ancient battleground. I thought that was it. But I had to actually complete a mission inside the ancient battlegrounds. I had to save some guy who, was encountering monsters and then walk with him to go ring some bell or something like that. So now I'm able to move on.
All right. I ain't afraid to tell you that. I might owe Lanzo a favour or two, but not enough to rot in here for him.
Oh, by the way, I didn't record that mission because I was kind of tired of this game. I was gonna record it because I was like trying to mission is like little smallest things to keep completing the mission, and then I was kind of like irritated. But it's all good.
In fact, why don't you go pay him a visit, eh? Ain't right that I'm the only one in this hole. With a new hideout now, over on the ancient battleground. You'll find Lanzo there, along with the rest of us snakes. Ain't fair for me to be the only one with a sweet all to myself. The more the merrier, eh?
Now let's see if I can finally get this boy to talk.
What do you want now? What? He said... What? That can't be right. But... if he did that to me, then what about all those kids? He can't have killed all their parents too. Can he? No. Tell me it's all a lie, damn you!
What's this? Come for another laugh, have you? Go on then, and don't come back.
I'm not getting 5,000 never, I know.
With a new hideout now, over on the ancient battleground. You'll find Lanzo there, along with the rest of us. Ain't fair for me to be the only one with a sweet all to myself.
We shall remain here.
If you're looking for the whelp, you'll not find him here. He's escaped. And that bandit with the loose tongue's dead. Took a knife to the gullet. Not hard to guess whose 'twas. Consign it. Suppose he was rotten to the core after all, like the rest of those snakes.
Okay, finally getting this thing to run the way that I need it to. Okay. So yeah, so I'm gonna just go ahead and take a rest at the inn, and then go out to back to that hideout. And the only reason I'm taking that rest is I just don't.
Battle is best avoided.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
It is not an enemy to be taken lightly. We must strike boldly and with presence of mind.
Of course.
Oh, I always find it most vexing when we find an item on our journey shortly after paying good gold for it in town.
A ballista is a ranged weapon.
Let us make use of this during battle. I've no doubt 'twould catch our foes unawares.
You scared? You should be.
Be they friend? Clearly not.
We have no means of exploiting our enemies. I cannot afford to valor.
Back here soon.
Well said. These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
A lantern would serve us well here. How's that?
Thank you.
You did good.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. Look here. A path. Is it safe, I wonder?
Pray keep your wits about you. We needn't... Go barging in.
Let us see what you're made of. Man, I'll do anything. Get back here. Where do you think you're going, eh?
Think you can run?
Much appreciated. My strength was beginning to flag.
You scared? Should be.
Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
It is hard to find my footing in this darkness.
You would gather materials here?
Do you know who you're dealing with? Bugger off if you want to see the morrow.
Thought it actually prevent Sir Hugo from staining his hands any further, but...
That was an easy fight.
I came to get my vengeance, only to find all those who could give it to me already dead. Fie. Seems my entire life's a farce, and I'm the only one not laughing. I don't rightly know where to go from here. What am I to do now? An honest life, huh? What a lark. This is the only life I've ever known. It's too late for me to change paths now. Oi. Listen, do you really think someone like me could live an honest life after all that's happened? I've always wanted to try. Earning an honest living, I mean. But what could I do? Not sure as I've many skills, save picking pockets, and no one would want me working for him, would they? You know of a place I could work? Where? You think I could work there? For true? What? You went out and looked for a job for me? But why? Why would you put yourself to all that trouble? Give it a try, I suppose.
I don't know why I did all this trouble.
But I'll do my best not to make a mess of it. Oh, and thank you, cuz.
Huh. Finally completed that mission. All right.
This outcome was unknown to me. I had not thought it possible.
Now that is a surprise.
Finally got it done. Well, let's see. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna call it quits this episode. I don't know how I'm gonna stitch this thing
There's a
together.
lot
It might be confusing when you
After
see
you,
it, but I don't know. But at any rate, I got it done finally, and I'm about to move on to another mission. Y'all take care. Have a good one.